Hey everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. Today we're going to take a look at the YontanYD155 portable DVD player. That's right, this is a DVD player that you can take on the go, and it's pretty large. It's about 17.5 inches. I believe the screen is about 15.5 inches, but we're going to take everything out of the box, see what comes with it, and then we're going to try it out and see how it performs. So let's jump right into it, and here we go. All right, I took everything out of the box. Let's go ahead and see what we have. So we can see first here we have the user manual, which is always a nice thing to have. It also comes with a remote control so that we can use this remotely. We have the power cable. This also does have a built-in battery, but it does come with an AC power cable, not only to charge it, but to power it. We also have the AV cables there, so you can plug this up to your TV set or a larger screen if you like. And last but not least, we have the car charger, so you can actually plug this in and use it while you're in the car. So that's everything, including the device here itself. So the device is actually very large, as we can see here. Let me just move everything off of it, and we can see that this thing is like the size of a laptop. It's like the size of a large laptop here, and yeah, look at that. That is, that's a big screen. This thing might be bigger than my first TV set. So, but we can see that it actually has some nice controls here as far as stop mode, USB card, and setup. It has a sort of a rocker here that you can use for up, down, side to side, and okay. Volume up and down, fast forward, rewind, reverse and rewind on here, LCD and subtitle, and you also have the release button so that you can put in your disc right there. So, yeah. All right. Now, I will tell you, it's very light. There's like nothing to it. It almost feels like a hollowed out laptop. Like if you were to go into IKEA or something and they have those sort of fake laptops, it feels like that, where it's just sort of a hollowed out device. But this is actually a DVD player. So let me go ahead and grab a DVD or two or whatever. We'll just see what plays. And then I also want to grab a thumb drive, because there is on the side of here, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but let me see if we can get that in. I don't think it's going to focus right. Let me see if we can, if I can show you on here on the side, right there. Let's see if we can get that in. There's some controls right there, and some ports in there where you can actually plug in a DVD drive, or excuse me, a thumb drive and an SD card and some other stuff on there. So we're going to see if we can get this thing fully hooked up. Looks like there's one USB for a game, one for USB, and one card slot, or for a SD card slot. And then you have other ports on there, like a DC port, the on-off switch, the AV out, AV in, and that's it. Everything, all the controls look to be on one side. So, you know what? Let's try this. Let's, you know what? No. We're going to do this. I'm going to see if I can get a disc and put it in here, and we're going to go ahead and crank this thing up and have the initial boot up and see what it looks like together. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. Now, I don't have it plugged in because I want to see if there's any battery life in it, but I have my favorite movie of all time, La Femme Nikita, the original version, the French version. That is my favorite movie of all time. If you don't know, now you know, and I would take note because it'll probably be a question on one of my Wine and Winter giveaway shows. So, all right, let's go ahead here and open this thing up, and we need to remove this little tab here so that we can have the laser exposed. And then let's go ahead and put the disc in there. So let's get this in there and pop that in. Haven't used one of these in a while, man. All right, let's go ahead and flick this switch to turn it on and see if there's any juice in it. And look at that. We actually have the thing lit up. And I don't know how much power is in here, but it looks like this thing is starting up just fine. It says up here that it's loading, so I believe the disc, it's either the disc is loading or the the software is loading on here. Oh, look at that. It's loaded up already. All right, let's see if we can, let's drop this volume down. And I'll just go ahead and mute that. And yeah, look at that. It loads right on up. Now, it's interesting. I can actually hear the disc in there working. And let's just go ahead and see what this thing looks like. So we can see here it's going to show play and scene and special features. Now the picture looks a little wonky. I don't know if that's something with the disc or if that is actually the device there. So let's see. Let's go ahead and switch over to scene. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to find a different scene here, and we'll just switch over and we'll go to, let's see, let's go to the life sentence scene right here, and we'll click that, and there it is. Yeah, the picture looks pretty good. That looks pretty legit right there. It is it's big. You could actually swivel this screen, so if you want to change the angle of it, you can swivel this thing all kinds of different ways. It's kind of nice. Yeah. All right. Well, there is one other thing that I want to check with this, and that is I want to see if I can play videos from a thumb drive, because I actually loaded up some movies and videos onto a USB thumb drive, and I want to see if it's going to play. All right, so I have the thumb drive here. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see if this thing is going to work. So let me get this in there and plug it right into the side here. And there's a little button right here that says USB and card. So I'm going to go ahead and tap that right there and see if this is going to load up and show what's on here. And already it shows device not supported. That's really disappointing. Yikes. All right, let's just see. Let me hit mode and see if anything comes in. No, that's going to be AVN and then DVD. And then if we hit it again, it's going to show AVN again. And let's see if we go back to USB and card. It says loading there. And let's see if it gives me any different result once it finishes loading up. Nope, it's still showing the DVD last memory. Let's go ahead and let's hit stop there. And let's go to the USB and card and see if that loads up. And again, it says device not supported. If I hit setup on here, we can see here it's going to give me all the setup options that we have, which is kind of nice. But it's not going to give me anything to help me with that memory card there. So, but there are some cool features on here like last memory on, so it'll pick up where you last left off. There's a screensaver on there. There's a language on there, so you can have English, Chinese, German, French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian. Yeah, there's quite a few languages on there, so you can get some of the major world languages on there. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's go back over here. There's also there's some other ones on here that you can go and check too, as far as like you can down mix it, have dual mono, dynamic. There's sharpness, brightness, contrast, saturation, hue, and aspect control. All that good stuff that's on there that you can use. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. All right, well, let's do this. Let's just get out of that. And it says device is empty. I'm going to go and see if I can find a device that actually works, a thumb drive that actually works. And I may have to look through the manual right quick so I can figure out what format the thumb drive or memory card needs to be so I can play from it, and then I'll try it again. All right, so I went to go try and figure out why that thumb drive wasn't working. I had to go and refer to the manual, and apparently it says in the manual that you have to have a thumb drive that is 16 gigs or less. The thumb drive that I was using was 128 gigs, and I had to actually go search back into a drawer to find a thumb drive small enough to actually work. And I'm hoping that these 32 gig ones will work. Now, the reason why I say that is because, well, I think I only have one 16 gig one that is already filled up, and I don't want to transfer the stuff over. But when I looked on the Amazon site, it actually said on the Amazon site that 32 gigs or less would work. But on the manual, in the manual, it says 16. So we're going to see if 32 gigs works also. And it says that the video resolution needs to be 720 by 480 or lower. So I'm going to try this. I went and downloaded some 720 files. I have some that are MP4, some that are MKV. we're gonna see what works. So let me go ahead and plug something in here. Let me get this plugged in. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit the USB card button there. We'll see what's loading up, and it looks like I am getting something here. I do see it's showing something on there, so we'll just go ahead and tap that, and it looks like it's showing some files in here. I don't know what any of this stuff is though. This is all, looks like it's all some other stuff. I don't know what any of this stuff is. It doesn't look like this is anything from my device, but apparently yeah, I don't know what any of this is. Let me see if I go back. Let me hit this one here. And yeah, that's just, let me go to trashes and see if anything's in there. Nothing. This is really weird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Let me go ahead and click that again and go back. That's going to load the DVD player back when I go back out of here again. So let me just see what this is going to do here. Let me go ahead and when this loads up, I'm just going to hit stop here because it's going to go to the last spot. And so this is the thumb drive that had the MKVs on there. So I have the other one here with the MP4s. Let me plug in the one with the MP4s and see if this is going to work. And apparently it is reading the 32 gig cards, which is a good thing. But now I just need to see if it's going to actually work, and it'll actually read the files that are on here. So yeah, this one with the 32 gig with the MP4s is saying device not supported. Now I will say that this one I had to reformat, and I reformatted it as an exFAT thumb drive. The format is exFAT. So I think I'm going to have to reformat it again, or I think what I'll do is I'll just move the MP4 files over to the other thumb drive that it was able to read, and we'll see if it works on there. But I can tell you right now, I'm getting a little tired and a little exhausted of trying to make this work so far. It shouldn't be that difficult. You should be able to plug a thumb drive in and just have it work. I mean, all these formats today are really just so universal. You should be able to have just about anything work. So let me try it one more time. And if I can't get it to work this time, the next time, I'm going to go ahead and call it a fail. All right, so I went back and I went ahead and reformatted this thumb drive. And I went and checked the thumb drive that was actually working, and it was formatted as FAT32. So I went ahead and reformatted this thumb drive as FAT32, and then I dragged those MP4 files onto here. So we're going to see if this works. So let me go ahead and I'm going to turn this back on here, and we'll get this thing booted back up. And once it boots back up, we're going to plug this in, and we're going to see if it actually works then. All right, so we're back up and running here. Let's go ahead and plug this in and see if this is going to work. So I have the thumb drive put in there, and let's go ahead and hit the USB card button there. And let's see if this is going to work. All right, look at that. I'm seeing files on here. I see where it says Miss Marvel, and then I also see Young Justice. Now, I don't know if either one of these are going to play. It looks like they have some question marks next to them, but let's go ahead and click each one and see what happens. And that one did not play. So we'll click the next one here. And that's not playing either. All right, we'll click this one here for Young Justice, and nothing. We'll click that. Yeah, that's just, yeah. Well, I'm going to have to say that this is a fail for me. I'm not real happy with the device. I'll be honest with you. For me, carrying around a bunch of DVDs just is so old school and antiquated. It's not something that I am willing to do, not even on a road trip. It's not even something I genuinely would recommend to people. Now, the cool thing about this device would have been if I could plug my thumb drives in here and play my movies that I either have downloaded or created myself or something like that. But I have yet to be able to get these movies to play. I have tried them with different thumb drive platform, formats. I've tried actual different video file formats. I've tried with different video sizes, the resolution. I can't get anything to work, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and just cancel this out, call it a fail, and not recommend it. Well, there you have it. Yeah, I have to say I'm disappointed. I really am. I shouldn't be. I mean, it's just a product, but I was kind of actually looking forward to this thing, and I was really hoping that it was going to work well. And instead, what I found is that it does work well if you're using DVDs. I mean, I was able to put a DVD in there, it loads right up, it starts to play. I mean, the functions for a DVD player work well, but if you're using it for anything beyond that, if you want to be able to plug in your own thumb drives and play your own video files, it's just not working right. I have not been able to get anything to play. It seems very, very restrictive of what files and formats and resolutions that it will actually accept and work. And even when I found files or created files to those specifications, I still couldn't get it to work. So I'm disappointed, and I can't really recommend it because for me, in order to recommend a product, it has to do all the things that it's supposed to do. And if I can't get it to do some of the things that it's supposed to do, I just can't recommend it. So anyways, there you have it. I will leave a link to this product down below in the video description because I think some people might just be interested in having a dedicated DVD player. And, you know, there you go. Now, I will let you know, this does not work with Blu-ray. So if you're looking for a dedicated device because you're thinking like, oh, maybe this is cool, I'll use it as a Blu-ray player. And, you know, and then when I'm at, you know, wherever I'm out and about, I can take it with me. It only plays DVDs. It does not do Blu-ray. So be aware of that. So anyways, there you have it. That's the Yotan. That is the YD155. I'll leave links to it down below in the video description so you can check it out. I'll also leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to this channel. And follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.